Hey, everybody. Hello. What's going on? This is First Take, Her Take. I'm Charly Arnold. Honestly, I don't even know if I need an introduction anymore because we've been doing this podcast for so damn long that I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm Charly Arnold. And who's on here with me? What's up?
Hey, guys. It is Kimberley A. Martin. Hopefully, I don't have the background that Charly does. I'm not a big TV star, so I will say that I am an ESPN NFL reporter and writer.
Wait, you know what? I'm gonna run it back.
See,
Kimberly, listen, I have to run it back because look, I do my normal intro, but I need to make people aware that starting today, which is Tuesday, I'm also going to be the host of the Ultimate Fighters after show, which will air. It's the next 12 weeks. The Ultimate Fighters coming back, as everybody knows, for its 29th season. It took a hiatus for a couple years. Now it's back streaming only on ESPN Plus. I'll be hosting your after show. So I'm going to be breaking down not only the competition, but the drama, which I'm here for. So it's kind of like a perfect fit. We got sports, we got reality TV. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. A perfect space for me. So I'll be doing that. And then tonight, 9 till 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, they're going to be airing the Ultimate Fighter launch party. So we're going to be previewing what you can expect this upcoming season. And I will just say, I've already gotten a look at the first episode and we're in for a treat.
So aren't you glad you did an intro, miss? Aren't you glad you told the people where to find you?
Wait, I literally was like, I'm not going to intro myself.
Yes. So you can catch Charly all over ESPN. First Take, Her Take.
Just try to be humble, Kimberly.
Girl, these people already know you. They know you are not. They already know. Who are you trying to kid? Yes, Sports Nation, all this stuff. And you can catch me on Get Up and NFL Live here and there.
I mean, I just turn on my TV many mornings and see Kimberly looking like a dime piece,
girl. Thank you for
hair
noticing.
On fleek, makeup on point, and I'm still just like rolling around in like my dried up mascara from the night before. So
thank you, Boo. See, this is what you need. People that make you feel good.
It is what we need. And we're both like weirdly tired today. Like we were just talking like, what is it? Do you think it's allergies?
It is definitely allergies. I have my shirt today. Today's Good Mood is sponsored by coffee. I am so tired, but I think allergies. I think the weather is changing. It's hot. It's been hot in New York City the last couple of days. How
about this weekend's weather? It was amazing.
Dude, can we talk about this weekend though? Quickly.
Yes.
So I don't know if you can see, but my dog bit my face. Okay. Yes, right. Doesn't it look like a cold sore? Can you see it? It's like a bump right here.
Oh, I do see a little bit, but no, I mean your gloss is
gloss is popping. Okay.
So I can't.
Okay, totally. Okay, before people call ASPCA or whatever, totally my fault. She was sleeping and growing up, my mom used to call me a tormentor. I don't know why, but the dog was sleeping.
I'm the same way. I already know where this is
she's
going.
She's sleeping, and when she's sleeping, she's the cutest. And so obviously I want to bother her. So I was like leaning over her like, hey, she did open her eyes, but she turned her head.
You freaked her out.
I did. So she went, whew, and but she did get my lips like, hello. I have to do Get Up tomorrow. I am a little nervous that people are going to turn on the TV and be like, what the hell happened to her? But it is not. It is not a cold sore, people. It is literally a bump on my lip, and like she got the side of my mouth, so like smiling kind of hurts, which is weird. But I love my dog. My husband is not pleased with me or her. So yeah, that's what happened this weekend for us.
Listen, these dogs. So my dog, by the way, Zora, has been with my mom for basically 3 months now. My mother at this point, I believe, is holding her hostage. She's like, Charly, are you sure that you're not too busy for the dog? Like I can keep mother, give me
kidnapped.
My dog
Your dog's
back.
been kidnapped.
So she's driving here, not this coming or not that next week. So June 1st, she'll be coming to New York City with my godmother, who is her best friend from kindergarten. So they are like something else when they get together. So they're going to come stay with me a couple nights, bringing the dog. So I'm really excited. But on the dog subject, I am also like a tormentor. I can't help it. They're so cute when you're irritated and bothered. Like my dog, I get in her face and she starts doing this like little like growl. Yeah. And I'm like, I think it's so cute, even though I'm like, okay, if someone was in my face and just like would knock it out.
Hello.
Ooh. So she did like one time the same thing happened where I just kept
bugging out of her.
bugging. And the next thing you know, she's like, rawr, and she grabbed on with her little teeth to my nostril. So like I had a little puncture wound inside of my nose. And I was like, that kind of hurt, but I totally deserved it.
Yeah,
so
no, I deserve this. The difference is Zora is she like 10 pounds? 7 pounds?
Zora's like a good 16 pounder.
Okay, so Marcella's a good 52. So
okay.
So homegirl was not, yeah, she's like me. She's very big on personal space, which I don't adhere to with her. So
what bubble? What bubble? No, I know. I'm like, so we were at dinner on Saturday night, Drago, myself, and another couple. I actually, if anyone was paying attention, I tagged, he doesn't have Instagram, but I tagged like at his name. Even though it was like a complete random man, but I was like, I'm just gonna throw his name in the mix. And like, I don't know if anyone picked up on it, but like he was in there. Although of course my friends hear all, it's not like a secret. It's just a secret on the podcast because it's, here we are. But I was like, kept like pulling him in to like kiss him. And he was like, at one point, he literally pushed me. Like he kissed me, but then he like pushed me away. I go, I'm sorry, did you just push me? He's like, no. I'm like, yes, you did. And he's like, well, I don't know, like if it's like, it's weird with the PDA with them. And I was like, guys, is it weird with the PDA? And they were like, no, because this other couple that we were with, they're like they've been married for 11 years. The girl actually was Russian as well.
So it's basically like you went to dinner with Jeff and I. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So they were like did not care at all. So I was like, see, get in here.
See, PDA. You are such a hugger. I'm sure such a big PDA person.
I love PDA. I love it. I literally will make out with you like incessantly in public. Like it does not bother me. Like I'm obsessed with PDA.
Why does that not surprise me, Charlie? Why does that not surprise me?
Wait, but what about you? Do you like PDA?
So I do. I love a good holding hands, forehead
PDA,
kisses.
Not gross making
but
out.
like, if you look over at the table and like, they're like gyrating next to you, sort of like, bro, like calm down. But I will say before we get into like all the sports that we have to talk about, PDA, like you've got to know from the beginning where your partner stands on the PDA because it can result in some hurt feelings. Because if you're all about it and he or she is like, tap the brakes, like not in front of people, you'll be like, what the hell? I was just trying to grab your butt. Like, no big deal.
Like, I just a little piece of you. No. I mean, yes, there is a line you must draw when it comes to PDA. Now, when I say like, I am all about it, like, and I mean, yeah, I will occasionally like semi make out with you. It's not gonna be one of those, it's not gonna be like one of those gross, like, what also would freak me out. And I think now we're, probably pretty much past it. I would occasionally see people like kind of, I guess it was considered making out with masks on.
Wait, what?
Did you ever see that?
Wait, huh?
Yeah, like people would be like nuzzling and like putting their lips
like they would have like mask to mask?
Yes, and they would like rub their masks together. I saw that more than once on the streets.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, look,
sorry.
I can't.
Like if the fact that if you're still wearing them. No, that's just weird and gross. I mean, safety first. I get it. However, no.
Also, today I attended my first maskless Pilates class.
We're still wearing masks in ours. Really? How was it?
Oh my gosh. Well, so I've developed an entirely new skincare routine prior to working out because when you have too many products on your face, and then there's a mask, your skin gets clogged. So I have started just putting aloe on my face when I wake up. And that's just like just a little moisture, very thin, natural. Because, it was what it was. Today, I mean, I didn't even like do my skincare routine, but I like thought about it. I was like, oh my God, I won't have a mask on. And it was amazing.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's the honor system. If you're vaccinated, you're allowed to go without your mask. If you're not, they, would want you to still wear your mask, but no longer mandatory. And it's just,
whoa,
it's crazy.
I'm very excited about the lessening the restrictions. I am nervous though, because you got to trust other people, and I'm not, people that know me know I don't trust people at all. So I am very nervous about the honor system in New York. But hey, it's nice to even go on the Starbucks drive-thru. I don't wear my mask to the drive-thru anymore. Like something little like that has just
even
felt
Starbucks
so freeing.
in general aren't making it's optional.
Out.
So I went into a Starbucks this weekend. You can wear it if you want. You don't have to, but it's interesting to see. It's still interesting to see a lot of people in New York are still wearing masks outside.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not everyone is still there yet as in terms of everything opening back up, but it is bizarre. I mean, you can walk into a restaurant now and you don't have to worry. It's just like, wow, we're getting there.
We're almost back, baby. Okay, good.
So what else has been going on with you?
Besides trying to, maybe I need to put some aloe on my lips. I don't know, before TV tomorrow. No, besides that, no, things have been quiet, thankfully. I've got some projects coming up that I'm trying to get done and some travel. Might be going to Miami soon. Stay tuned.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so in June. So for work, not for pleasure. But other than that, Jeff and I just trying to plan our vacation, see what we want to do. Hawaii is on
my
the
goodness.
list. So maybe a little Maui, like some Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Hawaii. Drago, if you're listening, I'm dying to go to Hawaii.
Real subtle.
No, listen. So I told him like over the weekend, I was like, I have learned that with you, like hints aren't the way to go. Like, I'm just going to straight up tell you like what I want. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay. Like I just, men, they can't read your mind. You can't read in between the lines sometimes. I mean, my hints are not subtle at all anymore. They're very much out there. But I just was in Miami last week. Remember, I was doing the USA Today
How was it?
High School Sports Awards, and DJ Khaled was my co-host for the red carpet, and he was awesome. I mean, anything that you would expect from DJ Khaled as a performer, and he does all the motivational speaking and also the Geico commercials. I mean, he's the same way in person. He was awesome. And I kept like dropping like another one. Another one. He was loving it. Yes.
That's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. You there a couple days?
No, I was only there for 24 hours. I flew in Wednesday, got settled in that night. I had the worst food situation. I had first ordered sushi and I came on a bike. A lot of the Uber Eats drivers will drive like mopeds or bikes. Well, in Miami, it's so balmy and hot and humid. This sushi, when I got it, was like warm and mushy. I mean, it was disgusting. So then at this point, I'm running out of options. It's getting late and like everything's closing down. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting McDonald's. That's it. It is what it is. I order McDonald's, and then I get a call an hour after I place my order. Sorry, we have to cancel your order because I don't even know what happened. I was like, are you joking? Are you kidding? And at this point, I'm hangry.
I know. So that's the worst.
And then I call room service. This was my third and final attempt. I'm like, they were closing in legitimately 1 minute. I was like, can I order some stuff? They're like, we have to talk with the chef. I go, oh, no, I need food. I am feeling ill. I'm so hungry. So I ordered tuna tartare and a side of fries, which actually ended up being like a massive plate of Parmesan fries, which
love it.
Were amazing.
Love it.
So that was my night. And then, did the event the next day, went straight to the airport from there and
oh man,
came back. I mean, it was in and out, but
sounds like a lot of fun, but that's all of that travel. Like, yeah, it's a lot.
But it was good. And then this weekend, for Memorial Day weekend, I'm heading to the Hamptons.
Oh, excuse me.
But it's going to be cold this weekend. We had such a beautiful weekend here in New York. It was 90 degrees. I went upstate and went hiking on Sunday, which was incredible. But this weekend it's going to be cold and I think a little rainy.
So y'all stay tuned for bikini selfies, Charly, but she's going to be freezing her ass off though.
No, my friend who I'm going with, so my boyfriend, his best friend, and his girlfriend were all staying at her family's house. And she was like, oh no. She's like, my mother, she's like, is the queen of taking photos. She was like, we will be on the floats. She ordered angel wing floats and a unicorn float. Oh, I love we will be on the floats in our bikini. We might be getting hypothermia, but we'll be there for the photos.
Okay. It's all about the gram, right?
It is all about the gram. It is. Unfortunately, you see like the craziest photo shoots these days taking place everywhere. People can't help themselves.
You got it. That's what you got to do in this social media age.
It's actually very sad. Isn't it?
As you just described, being on the unicorn, like floaty, but it's dead.
I mean, you've seen the account. Have you ever seen Influencers in the Wild?
No, I've heard of it. I haven't.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's people capturing people doing the craziest things just for the sake of getting a good photo. And people are like twerking on the beach, or you've got men like laying on their backs, getting their girlfriends doing like these sexy sprawling moves in the ocean. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
it's sad, but
it's sad. But
what are we supposed to do?
Stay tuned to Charly's Instagram page.
No, I'm not on that level. I actually have a little bit of pride still left in my body where I'm like, I'm sorry, I am not doing that. Or after like one or two photos, I'm like, okay, that's it. That's it. If we didn't get it, we didn't get
it. Oh man. All right, girl. So talk to me about some sports. What's going on in the world?
I mean, we've had
it's been a good
amount of things happen.
Yeah, the last 24 hours have been nuts. At least in the NFL world. Forget about the NBA playoffs, but just the NFL world.
Aaron Rodgers is one that sticks out to me the most. I mean, he didn't report to minicamp. It's the first time in his time with Green Bay that he has not reported. And
he's in Hawaii instead.
He's sending.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Getting some travel tips. He's clearly sending a message. What are your feelings as far as that goes? And also, he made some remarks to Kenny Mayne, who just had his last Sports Center appearance on Monday, retiring after 20 is it 8 years or something around that. And he kind of had some cryptic words as well. So what are your thoughts surrounding the situation, Kimberly?
You know what? For those of you who didn't see, Aaron Rodgers basically was interviewed by Kenny Mayne, and he said it's not about Jordan Love, their second round pick. It's about, philosophy, how you treat people, how you do things. It's not about the kid that was drafted. It's about how you treat people. And watching his interview, I legit was just thinking, I was picturing Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale, because her husband, Michael Beach, the actor, who I still hate to this day because of his role in Waiting to Exhale. But
crazy how characters in movies can do that too, even though it's fake. You're like,
if I ever see Michael Beach on the street, it's on. So she's in the closet, like pulling out all his clothes because he's left her for his secretary. And she's just going on about you think you started this company by yourself. I was the person there. I was giving the advice. I was doing the books, all these things. You think you just became the success without me. And that's what I was thinking when I was listening to Aaron Rodgers, because he's saying I was the monkey wrench, my MVP season. That was the monkey wrench in their plans. They were thinking of moving on from me a lot sooner than I was ready to move on. But I had an MVP year and I'm done. This is about how you treat people, how you value them. And just that spoke to the culture. That spoke to the integrity of the people running the organization. And that to me was telling, because we knew he wasn't happy, but you thought, well, he's under contract. So where's he going to, if the Packers don't trade him, he's not going to go anywhere. He could sit out, okay, and retire if he wants. But when he talked about the culture of the organization and the integrity of those running it, I felt like that's when I was like, ooh, he is done. He is about to cut his hair a la Angela Bassett, start anew, start afresh. And that to me was the crazy thing, because I just assume, and of course, you talk to people in the league, and I feel like there's a lot of skepticism about him actually not being in Green Bay this year. They figure eventually they'll get this done. He's Aaron Rodgers. A lot of NFL execs or team personnel guys are they still have time. But hearing Aaron Rodgers, he sounds like a woman fed up, where it's no, you will not disrespect me any longer. You will not, take me for granted. You know what I mean? That was the difference. That really stood out, I think. So he said, I think sometimes people forget what really makes an organization. And history is important, legacy of so many people who've come before you, but the people, that's the most important thing. The people make an organization. People make a business, and sometimes that gets forgotten. That was a piece of what he said. So, and he goes on to say it's those people that build the foundation of those entities. I think sometimes we forget that, So he, yes, a business. We get it. We totally get football as a business. But when you try to act transactionally with somebody as good as Aaron Rodgers, who's the cornerstone of everything, yeah, you playing with fire right there.
Yeah, and I mean, trust in any relationship is at the core of it all. I mean, once you break that bond of trust,
right,
and you don't know who you can rely on and who's being real and who's not, I mean, that's what starts causing everything to break down. And especially when you're sacrificing everything. And these guys, not only are they, I mean, this is their livelihood, but they are sacrificing and putting the risk of
injury
each and every day. I mean, this is not just a game of ping pong, where everything is kept very safe on your respective side of the table. I mean, football is a dangerous game, so we can't forget that. And I think after so long, and you've given everything you've got mentally, physically, emotionally to an organization, and you don't feel like you've gotten the same in return. Yeah. Now he's also putting his actions, where his words have been, and by not showing up. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people we've seen in the past who say one thing, but then, at the end of the day, they show up and they kind of go, even if they're just going through the motions, they're still there.
I mean, to clarify, this is voluntary, right? This portion is voluntary. It's not mandatory, but
it's always been there.
Right. That's the thing. Aaron has always been there. So I think as we get closer to June, as we get closer to training camp, there are a lot of dates that sort of signal, okay, can this ship be turned in the opposite direction? And based on his words yesterday, it doesn't sound like it.
Well, and especially once money starts coming into play as well. Because right now there's no money at stake.
Right.
Once it starts affecting,
I mean, if he sits out and he's asked to pay them back,
story too.
We'll see. But
although, from what people have been saying, Aaron Rodgers doesn't seem to be super worried about that paycheck necessarily, but hey, it still hurts. Look, I know for one, even when I spend for example, my Uber Eats sushi, all right, I wasted $50 during that. And I tried to get my money back from Uber Eats. They were being very difficult. I went through all of the processes online through the app, tried to get my money back. And I had to send pictures of the sushi. They needed evidence that it was not good. And I still haven't gotten my money back. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little upset about it. So
it hurts your pockets. I know that $50 is a big hole in those pockets right now. And Aaron Rodgers having to pay back millions if he does not show up this season. That's going to hurt his pockets too. But to me, I don't know when his birthday is. It December? He's like a Capricorn.
I think it is December.
He's a Capricorn. In my head, he acts like a Capricorn. I can say that because I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. We hold grudges, man.
Say, oh my God, I knew you were a Cancer.
Because we hold grudges. We do not forget little slights, big slights, and we're ready to dead things very quickly. So I don't know if he is a Capricorn. That's good
information for me to have in my back pocket. Thank you for telling me that.
But yeah, Aaron Rodgers is somebody who never forgets and can hold a grudge. That's why I'm so fascinated to see if he really does sit out the whole year. Jeez. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Speaking of money, I just thought it was funny because on Kenny's last edition of SportsCenter,
yes.
He went in on Aaron Rodgers because he's like, last time we did an interview together, you told me to go heavy in the cryptocurrency game. I did. We're down 40%. Then I lost my job. Gretchen just wants a new comforter. F you, Aaron Rodgers.
That was GOAT type stuff because that's the Kenny Mayne that we grew up watching on SportsCenter. I don't, for younger generations that don't have that emotional connection to him. And even it was great. Aaron was like, I love doing sports. I love talking to you over the years. Whenever I turn on SportsCenter, like you're there. That's what we're going to miss. So I'm bummed about that. But that was A+ material right there.
Well, it was so now once I've started doing, I have two things actually. One, I've also started investing in the crypto game, ladies and gentlemen. I am a crypto maven. I am a maven. Okay. I bought the dip, which for all of you out there means I bought low. It was down tremendously.
That's what you're supposed to do.
China tried to outlaw it, say it was illegal, and that really had an effect. Also, Elon Musk had some kind of derogatory thoughts about crypto or where it was headed. I'm not exactly sure the specifics. But anyways, there was a major dip. I bought. And now I just would like to say this will be my final episode of First Take, Her Take, because I will be moving to my own private island. Yeah, right.
Oh my God. Okay, so just be me on the podcast. Hello, everybody.
Yeah,
Charly.
Yeah, I mean, it is just us two right now. Chiney should be here in just a few seconds, but once she gets on, we're gonna have to talk about something else, and
we got some major announcements happening, y'all.
Some major announcements. But in addition, I have a Kenny story because I just met him recently for the first time once I started doing Sports Nation, because I'm up on the Bristol campus every week in the evenings to do Sports Nation, because we actually tape the show at night for it to air the next morning on ESPN Plus. And Kenny and I would always cross paths in the makeup area, you know, where the green room is and the makeup room. And he was just always so nice. Oh, and I only got a chance to really, you know, talk to him in passing. It was nothing elongated, but he was still so nice. And then I heard he was retiring, and I was like, oh, no, my makeup room, buddy. God.
So is he funny? Like, what's the vibe that you get from tell the people? Tell the listeners.
Very funny, super laid back, just like chill. Chill is the best word that I can describe him as. Just, you know, you could tell he didn't take himself too seriously. Yeah. He's like, and also like, what a pro. He's been doing it for so long that it's like, he knows Sports Center and how to run the show like the back of his hand. So it was never a, you know, probably like a stressful thing of having to do. Oh, there we go. We've got one more.
We got one more. And
she's gone.
And she's gone, y'all. Chiney was calling in to the pod from her car, and her face popped up. I saw her. She did it. She does exist.
She's there.
And then she disappeared. So hopefully we'll get Chiney back in a second. But yeah, good. I love Kenny Mayne. I love that he's what you describe, what you feel in person is what we kind of the vibe we get on TV. So
yeah, absolutely. Dope. No, I like that. I like, and like, it's the same thing, you know, like I just said, I was with DJ Khaled last week. I love when you meet people in person and they are exactly like you want them to be. They're exactly like they portray themselves to be on the, the stage that they're performing on. Because there's nothing worse than being like, oh man, I really,
you were disappointing.
Yeah. And I've heard, you know, there's always like the, you hear like hostesses at restaurant will like, you know, come out and talk about these celebrities that they've interacted with. And they were like, this person's so nice. And then they'll be like, oh, this person is awful.
Chutney.
Only a few minutes late.
What's going on? Are you muted? Okay, there you go.
I was in practice. And I'm so sorry, ladies. I know. I'm trying to like get my car lighting.
I hope you're not driving.
No, definitely not driving in the parking lot. Just a tad minutes late, but
find that natural beat. Find that sun. We see the glow.
I think this is as good as it's gonna be.
You look good, girl.
Literally though, I will say though, when you're taking a selfie, just a little tip for all you women and men, okay? Because men are just as guilty of taking selfies. Getting that lighting in the car, like that car lighting, I swear is second to none.
Chiney is trying to get open. Okay, open up the like.
Kimberley, don't even look at. And Kimberley just like looked like, oh no, you know, Kimberley.
I'm not good at taking selfies. I'm not good. I do, but I'm not good at it.
I see you taking selfies literally all the time.
I'm not good at it. I'm not a seasoned pro. I'm not a seasoned vet. But I'm working on it.
All about the angles.
I know.
Chiney is literally like trying to find her angles.
She's moving the phone around.
None of my car lighting is
working. You know what? She's just trying to show off these leather seats of hers. I see it. It's cute.
Oh my God.
Okay, we got it. You just want to show off. Okay. Hey, girl.
What up, y'all? No, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we did not start the year the way we had expected. LA Sparks. So we've been doing a lot of different things to get going. One included early workouts. And so, but like, I think it's only 2 games into the year, so we're going to be all right. But
is it 3? Is it 2 or 3?
We played 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
I just looked at your schedule right before
we play in Chicago this Friday.
Right. Okay.
So I have a question. What is it like? I mean, you say you're not starting off on the right foot. I mean, I remember I was only through high school that I played team sports, like actually. But I remember like it being like,
when you suck, it's not good. Not that you guys suck. I'm thinking about high school, like being on like
I just
team.
remember like it being like a tough, like, you'd bounce back and you brush it off. But what's it like when this is your job and this is your career and you're starting out like that?
Yeah. So I mean, we have a very, very new team, and so like the crazy thing is, my sister, she's played 10 years in the WNBA, and she is the highest tenured player on the Sparks. I am the second highest tenured player on her team, and I've only been there 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's 2 games. We're trying to figure each other out. And so I think like for a team that's probably the newest in the WNBA, this is not surprising, but for me, it's been like, okay, I'm back on the court. It's cool. We all have these expectations of ourselves, but we're also in a process of playing together for the first time.
Right.
So it's like humbling. So like we're getting in the gym, we're doing some different things, but y'all, I will have to say that like thug life, because I got frustrated in our last game and already received a flagrant foul in game 2. So
yeah,
I know.
You're such a goon.
I know, but like it was just one of those things where I had to guard like a player that's 6'8" and like their elbows, but like the end of the game is not going the way you want it. And I was like, someone elbowed me again. I was like, just move, move. And then it was like the ref saw it. And I was
ludicrous.
Like, no. But yeah, Charly, I would say that like we're professionals. So like, it's funny. Growing up, you probably like get so frustrated after a loss and you cry and you're like, what? Mm-hmm. Like people still get frustrated and people are that emotional because it's your job, it's your craft.
Yeah.
And so I think the difference though is, what's your response? This is your job. Like get in the gym and keep working. And so, it's an early start to the season. Our team is going to get this win very soon. But I think until then, it's just, we do what everyone has done this whole time. It's like, keep working at it. Like say everything that your parents told you when you started sports still applies.
Yeah, it's so early. It's only 2 games. So you guys are going to be straight.
Okay. Well, now that we have Chiney on board, we got a voicemail.
We did.
Ooh. We had a voicemail. Before we listen to it, I want to remind everybody that you can give us a call and drop us a line of some sort, questions, comments, concerns, compliments. We love compliments.
We love a good compliment, y'all. We love it.
That number is 860-506-5716, 860-506-5716. So ladies, here is our voicemail of the week.
Hello there, First Take, Her Take ladies. My name is Michael from Wisconsin. I just want to say your podcast is very interesting to me. I've been listening to it, and it's nice to hear a woman's perspective on games or sports. And I just want to say that you ladies are doing a great and wonderful job. Keep up the good work. My question is, I'm a single person as well, so from a male's perspective, what is the best way to approach a girl? All right, this is Michael from Wisconsin again, and hope you ladies have a great day. Bye.
Okay, so Michael from Wisconsin, he wants to know the best way to approach a single girl. Also, shout out for all those compliments, Michael. We
love them. Thank you.
Okay, best way to approach a single girl, I think just be yourself. I don't think you need any cheesy pickup line or like really try too hard. I think, like you said, a compliment, like you just did for us, nothing creepy, can go a long way. You approach a girl, hey, I couldn't help but notice you. Would love to get to know you. Can I take you out sometime? That to me, not creepy, to the point.
Compliment, yes. Because here's the problem what people do. It's the Chris Rock skit. They send out their representatives when they're first meeting, first dating. And it's like, oh, this guy's so perfect. This girl's so perfect. And then after you've been together, you realize, oh, wait a second. they introduced their representative. That's not the real them. They don't love all my music. They don't love all my stuff. Like, what in the hell? So I think in the beginning, really, I just think it sounds silly because I hear a lot of guys are like, oh, girls don't like nice guys, or girls, want like the bad boy. You know what I mean? Like the guys that like act like jerks or whatever.
No.
I understand the intrigue to the guy that, you shouldn't date.
Challenge.
You know what I mean? Like when you're a teenager in your early 20s, but I think as you get older, you definitely realize like just somebody who's sweet and who's genuine and authentic and loving and caring.
Reliable.
Yeah, man. Don't be making dates and then canceling. Michael, don't do that. Do not. If you say we're meeting at 8, you better be there 7:45 with some roses or something.
Oh, yes. The flowers are key.
The flowers are key. What do you think today?
I think it's interesting. Kimberly, you're right. Charly, you're right. Don't be creepy. Like, don't try to come in super smooth. Like, I think the best thing a guy to do is, like you said, be himself, and also just be straight to the point. I think sometimes guys get caught up in like, oh, I'm not trying to talk to you, but I'm just trying to get to know you, or like be straight to the point. Like, hey, I would love to go out with you. Oh, well, like, yeah, cool. We can do that. But like, that's when women say like, oh, I'm already taken, or, like we can just read something that's straight to the point. I think a lot of times people get confused because they're trying to like protect themselves because they want to do it, but then they don't want to get rejected. So I would just say, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? The girl says no, right? Like, then you're going to find a girl that says yes. So yeah, stay straight to the point. Don't be creepy and be yourself.
Okay. So I think right now we have to, because I want to get an update on your life, Chiney, as far as all of these topics are concerned. And I think in doing so, though, we also need to approach the subject that we're not going to be able to get constant
updates
from you anymore
on the pod.
So Chiney, would you like to tell the First Take Her Take crew what's happening here?
Well, if you can't tell, I have 11 jobs. Okay. And today's a good example of it. And, this is such a special space for women, right? Like Charly, Kimberley, this is a sisterhood. And I would, like a player on the court, I would never want to jeopardize a sisterhood by not being able to give my 100,000%. And so I would love to create an opportunity for someone to be put into the game that can help carry that mindset, right? And so long story short, your girl will, because of my 50-11 jobs, I'm going to have to focus on putting a ball in a basket over the summer, meaning I will not be on First Take Her Take, for the foreseeable future, just because your girl has stuff. Focus on hoops. And then also my other responsibilities, Chinango Jr. on ESPN Radio, not because I don't love you all. It just is because pretty much my practice time and this podcast.
Come on, Derek Fisher, get it together. We know it can't be about us. We know it cannot be about us. We know this.
We all understand too. Like we get it. We're sad. We are all very sad to lose you for the, like you said, foreseeable future. Nothing is forever. We all know this. But we are sad because Chiney is like, you're an OG.
Literally.
This is like the OG crew. I mean, it hasn't been like the OG crew for that long. We just started this podcast in January, which is already, wow. I mean, that's almost 6 months though.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been at it for a little bit, and we are going to miss you. And it's not going to be the same without you, but we understand all that you have on your plate, and your career. At the end of the day, your number one priority is basketball, and we get that. And with the season, I mean, it's a lot. And you have your radio show that you've already had, been committed to, and this is just not gonna fit the schedule.
I wish I could be in two places at once. But hey, like, ladies, honestly, I've done so many things at ESPN. Like, we are so blessed to have amazing platforms, right? This has been truly special. And so again, what is it? Never say never, but for now, Your girl has to be on the court in the mornings. And so I can't wait to leave practice and listen to updates from Drago and listen to our marriage advice. And I would just say that for those who are wondering, at least there'll be some time in between before I give my next update on Mr. Miami. By the time we talk again, I'm sure we'll probably have hung out.
Because there's no real update right now.
There's no real update.
Charly wants to know the real information. Great, you're leaving the podcast, but what's going on with
ball is life. So like, I'm sorry, like that's just the way it is right now.
So a lot of things are taking a backseat.
Yeah, a lot of things are taking a backseat, unfortunately. But
it should be.
The good thing is that by the time your girl emerges again, there will absolutely be some tea. Y'all know there's always some tea, but there will be some
always tea.
There will be some major tea for me and Mr. Miami. So,
well, with that, like we said, there's no part of us that's happy to see you go. We're sad, but in unfortunately losing Chiney on a week-to-week basis on First Take, Her Take, we are gaining a new co-host, and it's one that, if it can't be you, Chiney, we're very excited to have this new lady on board. So everybody get ready, because starting next week, Kimberley A. Martin and myself, Charly Arnold, will be joined by Elle Duncan.
Oh, yes.
Elle Duncan will be joining the First Take, Her Take crew. And I mean, Elle came on a few weeks ago just as a guest to do an interview. And we didn't even need that interview to showcase who she is and what she represents. I mean, she is a boss lady. That's something we pride ourselves in showcasing those. And I think that she's going to be an awesome addition. And Chiney, that your shoes will be filled by very solid feet.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know you were a foot person, Charly.
Look.
It's fantastic. And she's funny. And she just like literally when I was in Connecticut and playing for the Connecticut Sun, it was a stressful time for me. And she is someone that got me out of my shell, invited me to her house, and became family. And so I know she will become First Take, Her Take family as well. So I love you guys. Oh my God, she's gonna be so much fun, and the tea she has is gonna be piping hot.
Spillage.
So y'all are in amazing hands.
We cannot wait.
Amazing hands.
Is there anything else that anyone? I mean, we've already. I think we are coming up on our time now. Is there anything anyone else wants to drop other than the fact that like the Knicks are really playing their asses off in these playoffs despite losing in the last few seconds? All I know is Madison Square Garden was on fire. I wish I would have been there. I unfortunately couldn't get those tickets, so I was on the couch. But I mean, what a game that was. And it's just, New York is back, baby.
I know. It's crazy to think about. After all these years, New York Knicks have been dormant. Fans have been like Spike Lee missing. Like, it's great to have it. It's great for the Garden to be rocking. That's the kind of stuff you grew up with here. So it's cool.
Look, I think overall it's going to be a really, really crazy playoffs. And it's so cool to see young players step up, like Trae Young, shushing the entire Garden.
Gosh.
But like,
and he was there for the trash talk too. He was soaking it all in. They were like, F you, Trae Young. He was like, what? I can't hear you. Say it louder for the people in the back.
No, that's what you dream of. But like, it's going to be really interesting because this is a real opportunity for players that have been looking for like a sliver of a door opening for them to make some noise. Oh, the door is wide open. Lakers lost game one. Like, a lot of the top teams, they've had struggles this year. I think we're going to have some surprises this playoffs.
I can't wait. I love anarchy. I love when stuff doesn't make sense. Phil Mickelson winning this weekend. Like, I love everybody who says like, oh, they can't do it. Like, I'm all for it. So upsets, I'm here. I'm here for it. So.
Yeah, the playoffs are definitely a fun time. And it's crazy to think about because we were just watching the NBA playoffs last September and October. And here they are already back. I feel like I'm like, wait, didn't I just watch the playoffs? What's going on here? But definitely going to be, exciting series all around. So we are very, very excited. So I guess, Chiney, this is your final send off. So is there anything you would like to say in parting?
Keep your hearts open, ladies. Keep your hearts open. Okay.
It sounds like a K jewelry commercial, like a K, like open heart, like keep it open.
Full heart.
Like,
What is it? Clear eyes, full heart. Can't lose. No, really, like, you know, I'm so proud of the women that you guys are. And honestly, we came on this pod to talk about sports, but it ends up turning to talking about our lives. And I think that's the beautiful thing. And so, girl, keep it spicy, Kimberly, with you and your husband. Charly, keep following your freaking heart and being a boss lady and training those guys out there, okay?
Yes.
And I will keep that same energy on the court. I love you all dearly. I will be back. I can't wait to be a boss lady guest eventually. Hopefully after.
Yes.
Hopefully
Of course.
after we get a win, okay?
It's coming, girl.
It's coming. Fingers crossed. But no, keep doing you, and I can't wait for Elle to join the fold, because my goodness, y'all are in for a freaking treat to all of our bosses that listen each and every day. So love you guys, and I'll be back.
We love you too, and thank you for everything that you've brought to the podcast. You know, your openness and your enthusiasm has not gone unappreciated. So we love you.
Love you too.
I'm not gonna cry. Like I can't.
Okay, hold on. You can't go anywhere yet because we have to say goodbye. All right. Well, wow. I have to say it, but that's going to do it for this week's edition of First Take Her Take.
Oh, Charly, you're going to make me like stop it. Charly, I don't do feelings.
Okay,
Stop it.
I'm done.
Stop
I'm
it.
done.
Stop
Okay,
it. I'm
okay,
like,
fine.
all watery eyes.
With or without Chiney, we need you to rate, review, and subscribe.
My
all right?
nose is getting pink.
We need all of you to listen, because we're still going to bring you that hot ish each and every week. Tell everybody that you know, and don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail. Maybe you can leave a little something, a little farewell wish for Chiney if you want. But we also just want to hear from you in general. Like Michael from Wisconsin today, you know, he had a question about being single. We answered. Now he's going to have all the success in the world. We want the same for you. So make sure to leave us a voicemail, 860-506-5716. And also, before we sign off, another thing we want to tell you, first off, get your day started with Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin every morning, 6 a.m. Eastern. The latest on the NBA playoffs with insights from Jay Williams. And if you missed their interview with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, you can listen to the podcast of the show. That's Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin, 6 till 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, or again, you can listen to it as a podcast. Also, holler! The Ultimate Fighter, the reality show that brings top MMA prospects together under one roof to compete for a UFC contract, is back. It is back. And yours truly hosting the after show. Make sure you don't turn it off after the show is over. Stream the season premiere Tuesday, June 1st, only on ESPN Plus. Sign up now at espnplus.com. Ladies.
Oh my gosh, I tried not to sniffle while you're
I'm literally going to go back to the court and they're going to be like, Chiney, what happened to you? Charly.
No, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna turn these tears into like some aggression, some anger. You're gonna get out there. You're gonna sink.
No elbows though. No elbows out there.
Yeah. No, you might have to throw a few bows. Okay, like sometimes you just gotta get out there. All right, and then you're gonna win your next game, and then
you're gonna talk about it with us. You're gonna come on as a guest.
You'll come back on as a guest.
Yeah,
sounds like a plan, ladies.
Okay. Well, we love you, Chiney. And Kimberly, I love you too. And First Take Her Take crew, we got you. We got your back. So we want to see you again next week for another edition of First Take Her Take.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.